What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Creamer. This is episode number 37, and we're coming off the back of the season opener where we had a couple of difficult games, a draw and a loss against Leeds and Leicester. In all four league games against Fulham, the home side has prevailed, so let's hope the home side can continue that trend with us hosting the Cottagers today. The one time either side has walked away with anything other than a loss was when we thumped Fulham 6-0 last season in the FA Cup in the quarter-finals on our route to the final. In terms of the 11, this is the same 11 that drew with Leicester. Still feeling strong about this team, and where we would start strong as well. Isak showed brilliant strength off the ball to get a shot off. The keeper saved it, but just half an hour in, he would bag his first goal for the club. A nice finish off his left foot after a good pass from Awoniyi, and Isak gives us a 1-0 lead half an hour in. And with 35 minutes on the clock, we would have a corner, and Isak again is there. His header would just go just wide. And you know, we just have one of those games where a player is just on it. I felt like Isak was absolutely everywhere today, and he could have had 2 or 3 in the first half. He has one. Lodi could have had his first goal since returning as well. A good pass from Awoniyi finding the fullback in behind, but the shot goes wide. Just on the stroke half-time, Fulham had a really good chance, actually. It was their only chance of the first half to make it 1-1, but Henderson came up with a good save. But 5 minutes into the second half, they would get their equaliser. Andreas Pereira, his initial shot hitting the post, and then he would get his own rebound, and Fulham would be level. Sayankov forced Leno into a really good save before Harry Maguire almost got his first goal of the season. A header that was saved and cleared just off the line, as you'll see here, the replay show. It was oh so close to going in for the captain, but it wasn't to be. Half an hour in though, we were still pressing. You know, I felt like we were the team on top, and I did feel like another goal would come. Calvin Phillips with a brilliant tackle. This is exactly why we've brought him into the club, to break up play and get us on the offensive rather than the defensive. And then Alexander Isak with an absolute perler. This is what I mean. This guy, if you watch him in real life, if you watch him on the game, he just oozes quality. You know, he just has that swagger about him. And after Phillips' tackle, we go to work with Awoniyi, Isak, and Sayankov, I think it is, or no, Vega actually, and then Isak with an outside the boot finish, post and in. What a goal from the Swede. That's his second of the game. And yeah, love it that Phillips was involved with that as well. Our other big summer signing. And with 20 minutes to go, we should have had I don't know how we didn't score here. We had a good chance, keeper saved it, got cleared out, and then we went back to work. Isak for the hat-trick, crashed his shot against the bar, and then Awoniyi's header is saved. Awoniyi, it just wasn't his day, missing a good couple of chances, having a few shots saved as well. His shot was then blocked by, I mean, it was a blatant handball. Obviously, they don't have handballs in the game. If VAR was in this game, we definitely would have had a penalty, but yeah, the shot was blocked by the outstretched arm. But yeah, that would be it. He had another shot saved right at the end there, and we would get our first victory of the season. 2-1 win against Fulham. Obviously, you know, not a massive scoreline, but a game that I felt very comfortable in. I know Fulham equalised in the second half, but we pretty much dominated, and the new boys, Isak and Phillips, and even Lodi as well, they were all been starring. Isak with a couple of goals, Phillips with a great interception for the second goal. And Lodi is just, I'm absolutely loving him at left back. He bombs on so much. He's always an outlet. So absolutely love that we've brought him back. As we go through a few transfer offers here, Nico Williams bid rejected from Frankfurt. Leo Wright's move to Hatterspor gets confirmed. He's going there on loan. We reject a bid from French club Rennes for Ryan Yates. He'll be staying with the club. Another young player, Albert Woods, is going to Stoke on loan. We convert Farmer from to a cam, actually. We see his rating go from 79 to 81. Very happy with that. I feel like Farmer, you know, this could be a big season for him. He's been in and out of the team for a couple of years, and we've struggled to find his good position. But hopefully this season he can establish a place, as we actually reject a bid for him from West Ham. 10 million plus. The legendary Eden Hazard, now 33, 80 overall rated. If this was Eden Hazard of 5 years ago, I'd be absolutely snapping it up, but unfortunately it's not. So we reject the offer. as we also rejected a bid from Lyndon Gooch here and Nico Williams from Lille. Both our right backs, actually. Obviously, after selling Matty Cash as part of the Lodi deal, we only have those two right backs as cover. So Gooch will be staying in the club for now. Maybe I'll snap up a right back on the free agency market. I'll have a look to see who's free because we obviously do need a bit of cover in that position. We do promote Dexter Ward from the youth academy from our scouting report. We promote him to the youth club. He is a right back, so we'll get him warmed up. We reject a bid for Ryan Yates, and then a very, very interesting offer here. Real Madrid coming in for Alexis Vega. Now, this is obviously Vega is a starter in the club. 26 years old. We picked him up from the free agency market. He's been quality for us since coming in, and but Real Madrid are a huge club. Los Blancos, we cannot just say no to them. So we sat down with Carlo Ancelotti, had a bit of back and forth. We eventually asked for 33.5 million, in which Carlo said, okay, let's do it. Let's do some business. And, well, yeah, there you go. Alexis Vega will be on his way to Real Madrid when the transfer window opens in January. So we now only have a few months left of Vega. Mixed feelings. Obviously, sad to see him go, but we got him for free, so that's pure profit we've made off of him. And obviously, Real Madrid are a huge club, so we can't deny him a move to the Bernabeu. And we agreed a fee with Ancelotti, and so I went about getting my replacement for him. Obviously, he's not going for a few months, but we had to prepare for him, and we brought in Anderson Talisca, the very talented Brazilian. We talk about flair with Isaac. This guy oozes flair as well. I think he's 5-star, and just a quality player. 82 overall. I think he's a great snag off the free agency market. And to be honest, I'll be more inclined to play Talisca now more than Vega, because Vega's, I know, is going to be moving anyway. So even if we bench him or put him in the reserves for the rest of his time here, yes, he might not be happy about it, but he's technically not even our player now. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, you would have seen there, we also rejected a bid from Wolves for Lopez. He is staying with the club. And then, yes, there is a bit of a jump here. So what happened was the footage corrupted. I didn't capture the first half of the Everton game. And then you would have seen I was looking at Vladimir Sufal, the former West Ham and Man United right back. He got released in the summer. He was a free agent, so we did pick him up on a free as a replacement for Matty Cash. Sufal's now in the club. And then, so Everton, first half of Everton, we went 1-0 down. Dani Ceballos, who always seems to score against us, gave the Toffees a 1-0 lead, but we turned the game around. Tanguy Ndombele, coming in for his first start, scored a really nice first-time finish. And then Alexander Isak scored his third goal in 2 games, another assist from Awoniyi. The lead wouldn't last long, though. Ceballos picking up an assist, setting up the captain Traore to score an empty net goal. And the game would finish 2-2 at Goodison Park, a very end-to-end game. Dani Ceballos once again starring for the Toffees, as he always does against us. But yes, sorry about the footage getting corrupted there. I couldn't obviously show you what happened. I'll show you the goal that you did miss here. A cross comes in, and Maguire tries to control it, and it just bobbles up, and Ceballos can dive in and head of Henderson and head home to what would give Everton a 1-0 lead. But it finished 2-2, so it's one win in the first 4 isn't fantastic, but on the flip side, it's 1 defeat in 4. So it depends how you look at it. We just need to start turning these draws into victories as that famous music starts to play. Yes, the champion. Oh my god. That is awful. Right, it's the Champions League. Nottingham Forest make their return. I am buzzing for this. Yes, maybe a season too early, potentially, but I was planning for Champions League football maybe next season, but we're here. We've spent money. I feel like we've got a squad to compete in the Champions League now. Obviously, our group consists of Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen and Victoria Pilsen, so not an easy group. And we start with potentially the toughest game, the Allianz Stadium, Juventus away on match day 1. Very looking forward to this one. We may be here prematurely, but we're not just here to make up the numbers. We are here to compete. And I believe in this side. I believe in this Nottingham Forest team as we look to bring the glory days back to the City ground. This career mode is about not only getting back to the Champions League, but bringing a European trophy back to the City ground, and I will not stop until we get that done. So going into today's game, the first game in our Champions League adventure, we face a Juventus side who are littered with ex-Premier League players, actually. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luka Digne, Christiansen, Dejan Kulusevski, who they must have brought back from Tottenham, interestingly enough. They also got Bunu in goal as well, the very talented Moroccan goalkeeper. We make a couple changes. 3 changes in all. In come Talisca and Soufal for their debuts, whilst Hummels gets his first start, captain in the side in for Maguire. This is also my 100th game in charge. What a poetic way to have my 100th game in charge as our first Champions League game. I absolutely love that. Hopefully it can be one to remember as we get kicked off in the Champions League with Nottingham Forest. Just 10 minutes in, we would have a golden chance, actually. Sayankov into Alexander Isak, and after a nice turn, the keeper closes him down really well and snuffs out the shot, but that was a good chance early on. And then Maxime Lopez, not known for his goal scoring, he has an effort from the edge of the box, which curls over. Henderson called into action for the first time, but he is smart to make a save from Vlahovic before Bunu would make another save, this time from Viktor Sayankov. And we were feeling good, I'll be honest. Lopez with another shot. I don't know what's in his boots today, but he's feeling himself, and this was actually very close to going into the far corner. But the game felt very open. I felt like we had a lot of chances. Henderson made a couple of saves, as you would have seen another one there. But I felt like there was definitely a goal in this game for us. Half time it was 0-0, and then second half Henderson again closes down Vlahovic with a brilliant. He's so good off his line, and then 10 minutes into the second half we would take a lead, our first goal in the Champions League. And one of the debutants involved, Talisca, with an unbelievable Trivela cross, by the way. Check this out. Beautiful. And then Sayankov beats Trent Alexander-Arnold to the ball, gets in on the half volley. This is a really nice finish, actually, between Bunu's legs. And he makes it 1-0 to the visitors. And I can't say it hasn't been coming. There's been plenty of opportunity for us here. We've kind of been wasteful. Bunu's made a lot of good saves, but we take a 1-0 lead, and then with 15 minutes to go, Awoniyi playing a neat 1-2 with Renan Lodi, and his shot just doesn't have any curl on it, and it goes wide of the post. A good chance to make it 2-0. And then straight from that, we make a substitution. Sayankov off, Benjamin Farmer, the Youth Academy graduate, making his Champions League debut. And straight from the goal kick, Farmer's instantly involved, winning a header, and then Forest get to work with some nice one-touch football before Maxime Lopez again has a chance. I mean, that must just be his 3rd or 4th shot of the game. Saved by Bunu, and again, we rue the chance to make it 1-0. And if you're involved in football, you watch football, you know, if you miss so many chances, the chances are you'll get punished. And 7 minutes to go, Farmer actually made a mistake. Henderson bailed him out. Very good save. Juventus would have a corner which Federico Chiesa, the very talented Italian winger, would whip the ball in. It gets headed out but not fully cleared. Juventus get back to work. Christiansen with a nice ball into Vlahovic. Henderson with the initial save, but Dejan Kulusevski, Juventus' own Swede, makes it 1-1 with just 7 minutes to go. Heartbreak for the Forest travelling fans. We were punished. We were absolutely punished. But with a minute to go, oh my God, Benjamin Farmer, you cannot write this. You cannot write this. Benjamin Farmer, the Youth Academy graduate, on his Champions League debut, like so many of these players, scores what should be a 90th minute winner for Forest on their return to the UCL. It's a beautiful finish into the far corner, and Farmer gives us a 2-1 lead in the 90th minute, and we see the game out. Oh God, honestly, you just cannot write that. On my 100th game in charge of Forest, it's our first game in Europe, and our Youth Academy player, our star of the future, steps up and scores our winner with just a couple minutes to go of injury time. Oh God, it was beautiful. I was going mad when this went in, and what a start to the Champions League that is for us. A victory away at Juventus. And as we look at the group stage there, Leverkusen also got a comfortable 3-0 win over Victoria Pilsen. We're second in the group, 1 win from 1. Wow. Honestly, I was gassed when that went in, I can't lie. But that will be it for today's episode. A win against Fulham, a draw against Everton, and a win against Juventus. A nice unbeaten episode to get us off and running after a sticky start in episode 1. But that'll be it for today's episode. I will catch you in episode 38 very soon. If you're enjoying the series, drop it a like, and I'll see you later.